hard to find a bigger star in the NBA than Kevin Love. He released a very personal essay on Tuesday detailing an in-game panic attack that he called as real as a broken hand or a sprained ankle. It was a traumatic experience that's forcing him and a lot of other folks to take a closer look at mental health.
But what I was worried about wasn't just my own inner struggles, but how difficult it was to talk about them.
This morning, a basketball star's powerful words are in the spotlight. In a revealing essay for the Players Tribune titled, "Everyone is Going Through Something," Cleveland Cavaliers forward Kevin Love details his bout with a very public panic attack. The 29-year-old knew something was wrong during a November 5th game against the Atlanta Hawks. "When I got to the bench," he wrote, "I felt my heart racing faster than usual. Then I was having trouble catching my breath," adding, "Everything was spinning like my brain was trying to climb out of my head. The air felt thick and heavy. My mouth was like chalk." Love quickly retreated to the locker room. "I was running from room to room like I was looking for something I couldn't find," he noted. "It was like my body was trying to say to me, 'You're about to die.' I ended up on the floor in the training room, lying on my back, trying to get enough air to breathe. The experience jarring."
I never heard of a pro athlete talking about mental health, and I didn't want to be the only one. I didn't want to look weak. Honestly, I just didn't think I needed it. So I did one seemingly little thing that turned out to be a big thing. The Cavs helped me find a therapist, and I set up an appointment.
Kevin Love is an NBA champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and models for Banana Republic off the court. But now, forced to look inward and face the stigma surrounding mental health, sharing why he wrote down his thoughts. Partly, "I want to do it for me, but mostly, I want to do it because people don't talk about mental health enough, and men and boys are probably the farthest behind." Adding, "Growing up, you figure out really quickly how a boy is supposed to act. You learn what it takes to be a man. It's like a playbook. Be strong. Don't talk about your feelings." Taking to social media in support of his teammate, LeBron James tweeting, "You're even more powerful now than ever before. Salute and respect, brother." And now, Love is following a new playbook and encouraging others to do the same. "I want to remind you that you're not weird or different for sharing what you're going through. Just the opposite. It could be the most important thing you do. It was for me." Powerful essay, and he took to Twitter last night as well, Kevin Love, tweeting about the reaction to his essay. Wow, I can't even describe how grateful I am for the love and support more than anything. It's been amazing to see you tell your own stories about mental health. Let's keep it going. And, you know, what he said about boys, it resonated because there was a moment over the weekend. My son turns 4 on Saturday, and we'd been playing outside. We come inside, and I said something like, "Dell, if you do that, Daddy may cry." "Oh, daddies don't cry. You don't cry, Daddy." And we went back and forth. And in that moment, I realized, in 4 years, he's never seen me cry.
Yeah.
Not one time. And so it's, my son developing at a very early age this idea of how men are supposed to behave, express themselves and not express themselves.
Yeah, they always talk about it with regard to girls. How girls are told, "Oh, you should care about your hair or your looks or whatever." Boys get these gender stereotypes too. And it can be, really powerful.
And you've dealt with...
feel. I was diagnosed with GAD, general anxiety disorder, and mild panic, very similar to what Kevin Love was talking about there. And it can happen in your life for many, many years, and there's millions of people out there who've experienced things and had no idea what they were experiencing. And to go and get diagnosed and learn to understand the model of that fight or flight, and you want to run and you're scared to death, or the panic
Is it just come out of nowhere?
Sure, but the beautiful thing is once you learn and embrace, I just have embraced the fact that's how I'm hardwired. And I understand it, and I accept the model, and I know what it is. I feel like a tiger's in the room, but it's not there.
You got help.
Got the help I need, and I have the tools now to get beyond those
coping
tough
mechanisms.
But it's also why, when I hear music, I get the chills. So when I see a beautiful sunset, I'm just hardwired that way. So it's really in understanding the model and how you look at it.
And you have to embrace who you are.
That was awesome.
That's cool. Good for him for getting that conversation.
Amen.
Yeah, that was cool.
Love it. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.